Welcome everyone for being here. So my journey did not begin with a book. It actually began with a battle. I was raised in Puerto Rico with my grandmother and my aunt. Since the time I was wearing Pampers to the age of 10. My grandmother and my aunt taught me education, and that education without action is nothing. You have to put it into action, whatever you learn. I was doing great in school in Puerto Rico, excellent grades all the time, happy child. At 10, I flew back to New York City to live with my biological mother, a single mother with four other children, three boys and one girl. And how exciting for me to come from Puerto Rico, where I had no brothers and sisters, and come with three brothers and one sister. So I was very excited about that, right? But my mother had heart issues. She had heart issues and she was unable to care for all of us the way a mother should, right? So she partnered me with a 21-year-old man that was supposed to protect me and care for me. And he promised to let me go back to school because she removed me out of school. At 13, being with this man, he put me, what I say, through hell and back. He didn't allow me to go back to school, abused me physically every single day, from punches to kicks to humiliating me and telling me I was not good enough. I was never going to amount for anything. But life moved fast. I couldn't take birth controls either. So I started having children. I became a mother at a very, very young age. At 14, I had my first one. At 16, I had my second child. At 18, my third. And by the time I was 22 years old, I have four children. I didn't know how to speak well English. I had no education and was stuck with this man. But in the middle of raising them and living through that abuse, not only did he abuse me, he stayed yelling at me in my face that I am good for nothing. He mocked me every time I try to speak English and joke and say things like, you don't even have a GED, you don't know how to speak English, and you're planning to go to college? And he just mocked me. But I didn't let that bother me. I didn't. I started educating myself in secret without him knowing. But what turned that point around was one day where he abused me in a way that changed my whole life little by little. I will say that was the time. So we went to go visit his mother's house. And I was like 6 or 7 months pregnant, my first baby. And I remember to this day vividly how she looked at my stomach and says, you having a girl? And me excitedly, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm having a girl. Then I looked at my abuser and back at his mother, back at him. And the look he gave me sent chills down my spine. What I saw in his eyes was ugly. I saw darkness. And I felt fear. Fear for me, fear for my baby, fear for my life. But on our way back home, silence took over. We were sitting in the car, and all I hear is the hum of the car. And literally, I could almost hear my heart pounding in hesitation, wondering what the heck was going to happen when I get back home. The drive was only a couple of minutes, maybe 6 minutes, but I felt like I was an entire hour waiting to get home to see what was going to happen. When we get there, we go into our room, and behind closed doors, the first thing he did was strike me in my face. I dropped to the floor, and soon after I dropped to the floor, he decided to kick me and kick my stomach. I crunched up in sobs, protecting my baby and asking him to please don't hit me and don't hurt my baby. To please do not hurt my baby. Every time I talk about this, I actually feel it like it's really happening because I can visualize myself on the floor, crunched up like a little baby, crying. That day, I urinated on myself, but I stayed there, laying on that puddle of urine and sobbing and just whispering to my baby, holding my stomach tightly and just whispering, Mommy will protect you. Mommy is not going to let anything happen to you. But it was not that easy to stay away from this man. But I kept educating myself in secret, more and more, learning the language, learning how to read, preparing myself because I wanted to be there for my little girl. Instead of waiting for a change, I made a decision that changed everything. When I started educating myself, I really started changing my life. When my children started going to school one by one, I started visiting the libraries with my children. I was learning while they were learning. I was studying while they were studying. And while they were growing, I was growing with them. It was our family educational space, our family sacred time. I turned to the only resources that I had, the library, dictionaries, and the willingness to learn and be there for my kids. Little by little, words turn into sentences, and sentences turn into paragraphs. But more importantly, education taught me how to think differently. It gave me confidence. It gave me a direction, and it gave me determination. And that's why I stand here today. You see, when I joined the Book Publishing Academy, I was not just learning how to write a book. I was learning how to transform my story into a message that will impact people, that will change people's lives, motivate, inspired. Publishing my book in October 2024 was a milestone. But not just only a milestone, it was the beginning of doors opening and the key to other doors that will open in the future. Doors open after I published that book. Speaking engagements, competition engagements, opportunities, the opportunity to share my voice with other people and help and inspire and motivate and empower other people, other women, other men. I also had the opportunity after I published my first book to feature in 4 other anthologies. And it gets better. This year, I was recognized as an influential woman. Things I never, ever saw possible. But I had spent all my life helping others without even realizing that I was helping and guiding and motivating and inspiring. I was encouraging people. I was helping people move from stuck to moving forward, from doubt to believing in themselves, and to cope with the stress and anxiety of life itself. But although I was helping thousands of people as a leadership job in New York City, actually, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. My job over there was to help foster care children return back with their parents or to prevent children from going into care. So as you can see, it was very, very rewarding. Very. But it didn't feel me. I really wanted to write a book all my life. And I was writing since my oldest was like 9 years old, I believe. I didn't publish that book until my daughter was like 40. For actually 39. She's 41 right now. Yes. I don't know what it was. I'm not sure if that was fear or self-limiting beliefs. But I just started searching for that book, publishing academy. And I didn't know which one it was the good one, which one had the best. I didn't know if I was investing in the right place, right? Until I found the Book Publishing Academy, which gave me structure to write my best-selling book, Fighting All Battles into Success. But I want to take this moment to express my appreciation to Janine Hernandez for giving me the opportunity to be in the Book Publishing Academy, and also to her entire team. Because let me tell you something. This program does not just teach you how to publish a book. It goes way beyond that. It transforms your life. It transforms, in the interim, the life of others. It teaches structure, discipline, and execution. Execution. It teaches you how to take your ideas and turn them into a real powerful story. Today, as a life and success coach, I help women overcome self-limiting beliefs by transforming their mindset and building new habits. And this is one of my core frameworks, the 10 commandments of habit building. Because let me tell you something. Writing a book is not just a goal. Just remember how you're going to impact people. Okay? You may be healing someone. And also remember that it's going to open many doors. Many, many doors. You must believe in your story, though. You must believe in your story and the tools. So the first one is attitude, the first commandment. God gave you the tools, use them. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right. The second one is communication. Writing is communication. Not just somebody's healing, motivation, empowerment. It's communication. It's when someone reads your story and has an aha moment, a moment that moves them forward, a moment that motivates them to write a book or to search for an academy or study creative writing. The third one being finances. And thank you, Victor, for your presentation. It was awesome. And we might need to speak. How many of us say, I don't have enough money? I can't afford that. I don't even have $1 in my name. Right? Many of us. Write down in the chat. Whoever said that before? Write it down. Because I know I did until I didn't. My first investment was a GED book. That book cost me $12. And as a single parent, $12 was a lot of money for me. With $12, I was able to feed my kids for a whole week. Feed my kids for breakfast, for example, for a whole week. So it was hard for me to take that decision. 4 kids to feed? Of course. But guess what? I made a choice. I made a choice. And I sat down and looked for the solutions instead of complaining. And I wrote down every single way I could save money to save $12 for that book. I was a welfare single parent. I was in welfare and a single parent. So, $12 was a lot. So invest in yourself. Your future self is going to thank you for that. Stop saying that you don't have no money and think about what you're going to do to get money. Okay? And don't worry. For those who were a little bit worried, don't worry. I didn't let my kids to start for a whole week. I gave them food. I did a budget and I was able to make it happen with something that was less expensive. And talking about finances, when I decided to join the Book Publishing Academy, I was also hesitant again, just like when I spent money on my GED. And again, I had to sit down. How am I going to build a career as an author, a speaker, a life coach without money? And I shift that mindset very quick. And I started jotting down, where was I spending that money? All right, let's jot down a $160 for nails, eyebrows $20, here's $150, $95 for spa and pedicure. I calculated that I was spending $425 on all of these things, right? Which, when I calculated how much that was in a whole year, it was $5,100. So I was not even counting the tips. So now you tell me, did I have money to invest or not? And now I want you to think, do you have money to invest or not? Where are you putting your money? This is how I was able to join the Book Publishing Academy. I don't remember exactly how much it was, But I can tell you that when I adjusted my budget, I was ready. And she knows. The fourth one is gratitude. Be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for what happened to you. Because guess what? What happened to you did not define you. What happened to you and to me redefined us. Okay? Let me repeat that again. What happened to you did not define you. What happened to you redefined you. And it redefined me. Okay? So I want you to equip yourself with the necessary knowledge to reach your goals. Okay? Because knowledge equals power when it's put into action. Learn how to take notes. And not only take notes, apply it. Stay curious to expand that knowledge. Okay? I hope everybody is willing to take one step today with everything you're going to be learning today. It's going to get better. Right? Now, let me ask you something. Are you ready to stay in a fixed mindset? Or are you ready to move forward with a growth mindset? To step up into your greatest potential and get this book done. There is so much money out there. Yes, I said it. There's money out there. But we must work hard to get it. There's knowledge out there. We can go get it. It's in front of us all the time. All the time. I want to recommend some books. The 7 Strategies of Wealth and Happiness by Jim Rohn, which actually is Tony Robbins' mentor. And also, the other book is published. The name is published by Chandler Bolt. Very good book. Encouraged to read it. And Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins, which I'm actually reading that book again. And the 6th one is mindset. And I want you to listen to this one very carefully and take notes. Your thoughts create your results. Focus on possibilities, not limitations. Work for progress, not perfection. You are going to have setbacks. You are going to feel overwhelmed. It's not going to be easy. The greatest successful people in time, in the whole wide world, are successful and good leaders because they shift their mindset. They create habits and they put what they learn into action. So your thoughts create your beliefs, and your beliefs create your thoughts. They work together. Self-doubt will hold you back. It will keep you stuck and lead to anxiety and stress. That's why it's so important to have a growth mindset. Let me ask you a question. So, are you ready to change that fixed mindset to a growth mindset? Write it down on the chat. Who's ready? Number 7 is personal development. Writing stretches you, it challenges you. It grows you. But here's the thing. You need to also take care of your personal development. And what I mean by that is your body, your mind, and your soul. Your body, your mind, and your soul needs to be in congruence with your goals and your values. So sleep enough, 8 hours at least. I only need 6, sometimes less. Can't help myself. Eat well and exercise. If you sleep enough, eat well, and exercise, you can perform at your best. Write that down. A healthy gut leads to healthy body and a sharp, active brain. Let me repeat that. A healthy gut leads to a healthy body and a sharp, active brain. 8-1, purpose. Your story is not just about you. It's God's story, but it's yours to impact other people. Let me repeat that. Your story is not just about you. In other words, it's to impact other people. God gave you that voice so you can help others. Your story matters. What is your purpose for you to be here today? What is it? Think about it. Is it to write a book? Or is it to write a book to impact others, to help others? Or is it to heal? There's no wrong or right answer. That purpose is yours. We all have a purpose. My purpose back in the days when I wanted to get in GED and learn how to speak English and write was my kids. I wanted to be able to advocate for them when they go to school in Teachers and Parents Conference. That was a big purpose. But today my purpose changed because my children are grown and have careers and and they move on. Now my purpose and my commitment is to help others like you. Other people who want to write, other people who want to overcome self-limiting beliefs through my story, my speaking, and my services. Because God gave me the tools and I'm going to use them. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, I want you to go back to that purpose, your why. When you have a purpose, you will truly believe that God is there with you and help you through it. You will become unstoppable. You will start seeing opportunities after opportunities after opportunities everywhere you walk. Number 9, time management. How many of us say, I don't have time to write? I don't have time to take out the kids, right? We don't have time. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for that. But then we complain. I've been there. I've been there. So if you've been there, I understand. I get it. But guess what? Let me tell you something. You don't find time. You create time. You create that time for yourself. Otherwise, the world is going to choose for you. We have 24 hours a day. So let's say we sleep for 8 hours and we wake up and we go to a full-time job for 8 hours. We still have 8 hours to juggle. What is it that you're doing with your extra 8 hours? Are you scrolling through the phone? You're going to check an email, but then you see something very interesting and I've been there. Start laughing. It's a joke. No. 1 hour later, oh my God, I was supposed to do XYZ. But going back to the previous commandment, mindfulness, mindset. Just remember, no judgment. Just stop what you're doing. It's a muscle. And go back to what you was doing before. Write everything down in the calendar. And whatever spaces you have, write a to-do list with those spaces and work with the most important first. Then we have self-discipline. That's the 10th one. If you align everything that I told you, all the commandments, with self-discipline, you will have consistency, persistency, faith to write that book and become the author that you want to become. Remember, it's not about perfection, so it's okay if you make mistakes. Just write it. Write it. It's not about perfection right now. It's about a commitment. Right? That's why I decided to say this presentation, From Survival to Strategy. That's why I named it that. Survival will explain where you came from, but strategy determines who you are going to be. Who are you going to become? Who are you going to impact? If you're here today, I want you to remember this. If you want to take something out of this, take these 3 things. Your story has value. Your voice has power. Your journey has a purpose. Do not allow fear or doubt or perfection to stop you from writing that book. Because somewhere, someone is waiting for your story. It might help them survive. Your story may help them grow. Your story may help them believe again in themselves, that it is possible. My Woman's Mindset and Habit Coaching Program helps women, or guide women, I should say, to move from feeling stuck, overthinking, to a clear strategy, to a plan where they can achieve their goals without being stressed out and overwhelmed. Through the 10 commandments of habit building, you will transform how you think, how you act, and you will execute. Because let me tell you something. When a woman changes her mindset and builds strong habits, she transforms her life and the people who surround her. That's powerful. See the power that you have with your story? So if you are ready to stop surviving and start building with intention, this is your moment. You do not have to do it alone. Right? Janine can tell you. Join the Book Publishing Academy. You will not regret it. Trust me. I would like to just do a quick exercise with everyone before I end this conversation. I feel like I'm having a conversation here, which is good, right? So I want you, the reason why I want to do this exercise is for you to build intense emotional connection with your book, to feel, to see, and experience success before it happens, and also to eliminate the self-doubt that we have so that you can fully step into identity and publish that book. So let's start right now. Take a deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. And I want you to ask yourself, why does this book matters to me? Who will benefit when I share my story? Don't rush. Think about it. Feel it. Close your eyes and step into that moment right now and see yourself in that moment. You are holding your published book now in your hands. Not just seeing it, you are experiencing your book. With your eyes closed, think about the color of your book, the color of the book cover. Is it bold? Is it soft? Glossy? What color is it? Feel it. How does it feel? Is it smooth? Now see the letters in the book. What are the fonts, the sizes? See your name in bold letters, if you may, or smaller letters, if you like. But look at your name in that book. Let that sink in. Feel the texture. Feel the weight. This is your work, your story, your message. Bring it closer to you. Imagine yourself flipping the pages. Hear the pages turning. Smell it. Smell that fresh book in your hands. How does it smell? Feel it. How does that feel, holding that book with your name, with your book published in the hands of somebody else that is telling you that it changed their life? Does it feel pride? Do you feel joy? Do you feel excitement? Let that emotion grow stronger and stronger. Let that pride, joy, excitement multiply. Turn it up. This is your future, your experience. Now I want you to make a fist thinking about that book and all that excitement, and bring that fist close to you, close to your body, to your heart, if you may. And I want you to say with full energy of that emotion that you're feeling right now, that you published that book, really feel it and say, yes. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it in your chest and say, yes. One more time. You are fully committed now. So now you already did it and you say, yes. Now you can open your eyes now if you close your eyes. And I want you that every time you feel any fear, any doubt, stressed, overwhelmed, stop and think about the purpose. Think about your why. And have it done today. Don't wait to write your book tomorrow, next week, or next year. Start today. When you get off that call, start today. When you still feel it. Because I believe in you. You can reach out to me through my email at Maria Carrion Author Services LLC at gmail.com. Or if it's easier for you, I give you permission to give me a call, and you could write this number down: 646-725-2150. And let's get into a call and see how can we motivate you to publish that book today. Have a great day.